Classic American cars like this can be found in suburban garages everywhere. And we see lots of classics from Europe too. But what about those hidden gems from the other direction, Japan? Now you might think importing one of those would cost an arm and a leg. Well, our Zach Maskell takes us over the edge to prove that you too can own a very special one without selling any body parts.
Today we're spending time in a legendary Japanese supercar, and we didn't even have to cross the seas. Instead, we hung out at Japanese Classics in Richmond, Virginia, where they bring the cars to us. They're a registered auto dealer, but not your usual one. It was here where we caught the Holy Grail, known as Godzilla! Older cars remind many of simpler times. For me, it was playing Gran Turismo and striving to pilot one of the first race cars I ever knew existed. The R32 Nissan Skyline GT-R hit Japanese streets in 1989. 1 year later, it was on the Japanese Touring Car Championship. And there, in qualifying, it came out and shattered the track record by 2 seconds. The Skyline GT-R remained unbeaten for 3 years, winning 29 races in a row. I think it's got something to do with the temptation to get that forbidden fruit. A right-hand drive car that was never offered in the US. This is just bringing so much joy to me. This is a car that I've wanted to drive for so long. Thousands have risked jail time to bring these and other gray market vehicles to the US. But don't fear for my well-being. These cars are 100% legal and ready for the road.
It was like buying any other car. Like you walk in, you look at it, it's already titled, you just go to DMV, get it registered.
This is possible because the infamous 25-year ban has come to an end for many desirable cars. If a manufacturer never released a certain car in the States, we have to wait a quarter century from the build date. After that, it's exempt from federal safety and emission standards. But it's still no simple task. This shop takes care of the stacks of paperwork, and you're left with only one piece of paper.
Titles are transferable to all 50 states. However, registering the vehicle requires you to meet all state laws, just like any other car in the U.S. So if you have to pass emissions in your state, you will have to pass emissions with these vehicles.
Many states allow cars to be tagged with less restrictions, so buying a vehicle that's hard to come by may just be the easiest buying experience you've ever had. See, the cool thing about the guys at Japanese Classics is that they take these cars out and they make sure that they're ready to be sold. They're not going to sell you a car that's going to go out and you take it up to the red line once and it breaks. Nope. Before these beauties start their journey across the Pacific, they're put under the microscope.
All of our vehicles are inspected by either myself or Scasa in Japan. We test drive the cars, we look over the cars, we make sure that the cars that we buy are the cleanest cars available on the market.
We've heard of fans paying astronomical prices for a GT-R before the ban ended. Here, the prices are right, around $22,000 total for a GT-R. Really? Or around 12 grand for a Sunny truck like this. And once you buy, spare parts are right next door. Say you don't like your motor. They've got you covered with a replacement, complete with the gauge cluster and video of the engine running before it was shipped here. Finding clean cars and showing proof of their history, this is something I'd love to see all importers doing. And this is too, teaching a customer how to do her first burnout. Spending all day next to these amazing machines, it's hard not to break out your own vehicle at the end of the day and just let it rip.